Hello, my name is Adnan Khalid, and I will be teaching ninth grade English. The topic today is critical thinking. What is critical thinking? Critical thinking is the ability to establish a disciplined, executive thinking to your thinking. It's that inner voice inside of you that when you're reading something or when you're listening to someone, you're asking yourself, what is this person saying? Do I understand what he's saying? What information is he using? What source is he using? Do I trust this source? How accurate is what he's saying? Do I agree with this person? That's what you're asking yourself. These are questions. Thinking is driven not by answers, but by questions. It's not how much you know. It's how much you're asking yourself and how ready you are to pursue what you're asking. I want you all to pick a partner and to ask your partner a question. Your partner should respond to you with an answer. And I want you to respond to your partner with a further question to further that train of thought. As you're doing this, I want you to focus on these types of questions. Therefore, 1. What is the information base? What source of information is he or she basing his or her answer on? Is this information accurate? For example, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Where do I get that information? I can cite a high school chemistry book, which will cite previous studies, previous experiments, etc. 2. Conclusions. How did he or she arrive at this conclusion? Understand that his or her train of thought, try to get an understanding of his or her train of thought. For example, if I say, I think baseball is the greatest sport ever, I believe that it will bring about world peace. Why? Why do you believe that? I may answer because it's a competitive sport and it's an alternative to engaging in war. A little crazy, but that's how I arrived at that conclusion. 3. Concepts. What concepts must be understood for the answers to have meaning? If you ask me why water boils at 100 degrees Celsius, and my answer was, you're adding energy in the form of heat, enough energy to break the intermolecular bonds between the H2O molecules, the water molecules. You have to have an understanding of the concept behind the intermolecular forces, the bonds between the molecules, heat, energy. You have to understand those concepts to understand the answer. And last but not least, 4. Point of view. What is the person's point of view and how does it affect the answer that you're getting? It may affect the answer slightly or drastically. An example might be news articles. News articles from, say, New York Times differ greatly from New York articles such as Fox News. They all have a different slant based on the writer's individual bias. That should be taken into consideration as you ask your partner questions. Also, as you're asking your partner's questions, treat everything your partner says as an assertion. Treat all assertions as a connecting point to further thoughts. And treat all thoughts as in need of development. And recognize that any thought can only exist fully in a network of connecting thoughts. I want you to pursue those connections. Go.